Pentagon contractor admits engaging in dirty tricks against journalists. This is Kurt Nimmo, Infowars.com. Camille Chidiac, co-owner of Leonie Industries, a Pentagon contractor, has admitted to criminally targeting journalists for reporting on a failed Pentagon propaganda operation. The online misinformation campaign, first reported last month, has raised questions about whether the Pentagon or its contractors had turned its propaganda operations against US citizens. And of course, they recently added the amendment to the new defense bill, which basically authorizes for the first time Pentagon propaganda to be targeted domestically against US citizens. We know that's already been happening for years. I mean, you've only got to look at the fact that the Obama administration is working hand in glove with the Pentagon and Hollywood to reproduce the fabled Bin Laden raid for our screens. It's domestic propaganda. It's been going on for decades, but now they're just in the process of codifying it into law with this new amendment. And this story continues out of Infowars.com. Chidiac used dirty tricks reminiscent of the FBI's COINTELPRO tactics to target the journalists. And these journalists, they weren't even political. They were investigating some mine company corruption or something. But Leonie's co-owner created a batch of fake websites, social media accounts, and a fraudulent Wikipedia page in an effort to smear the journalists. And basically, they created a whole set of fake websites that pretended to be fan websites of these journalists. And they just slowly turned them into complete outposts for smearing them to try and discredit their investigations. And as is documented in this article, and I've written many articles about since 2008, basically the Pentagon has put out a raft of fake websites that are designed to look like independent media sources. They admitted this in 2008. I'm not making it up. You'll probably see many of them out there when you read the internet on a day-to-day basis. And it's all part of Cass Sunstein's cognitive infiltration of so-called conspiracy theorists and putting out disinformation to confuse people, lead them away from the truth, lead them down into dead ends, and make everything futile. And then, of course, as part of this domestic propaganda program, as it applies to the internet, you've got literal armies of paid trolls who are just hired to attack genuine people all day long. That's what they sit there doing. That's why you'll get an Alex Jones video and, you know, it's been on YouTube for a matter of 20, 30 seconds and it's already got 3 dislikes and some troll comments underneath it, because governments and major corporations, Monsanto also being one of them, they pay people to sit on the internet and talk crap all day about, you know, for example, people putting out information about Monsanto herbicides causing the colony collapse disorder with bees. And governments do it too for political and specifically warmongering propaganda. The Air Force admitted they were doing it as well. So this contractor has basically fallen on their sword. They're saying, oh, it's nothing to do with the Pentagon, it's all us, to protect the Pentagon as they try and roll out this domestic propaganda with the new amendment, which is tied into the defense bill. So that's an interesting story on Infowars.com today. And we'll continue to track it because it's a key issue with the paid armies of trolls, the deliberate disinformation that's polluting the internet and preventing genuine truth seekers from finding accurate and reliable information.